Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will continue with Yin Yoga part 2 for the lower body. You'll need a blanket as a prop, so find one in your house and then just place it on the side. We'll leave that a bit later in the practice. Please come to a comfortable seat, ground down your sit bones and then place your left hand on the mat. Raise your right arm overhead and then stretch all the way to the left. If you like, you can place your left elbow down onto the mat. And continue with your right arm over the ear, fingers reaching forward. And really breathe into the right ribs. And as you can see, I have also bent my right elbow and placed my hand behind the head and neck for support. You can choose to do that as well. And that can feel quite nice because you can open up the chest space a bit more by drawing the right shoulder blade a bit more back into space. And don't forget to breathe in through the nose and exhale out the nose. Slowly start to come up, using your hand to support your head. And we'll switch sides. So right fingers onto the mat, reach your left arm over the ear. Breathing. Really welcome the side stretch of the body. And have your fingers really reaching forward. And soften your gaze, soften your face. Again, you can bend the elbow and then use the hand to support the back of the head and neck. As you exhale, inhale, coming up to center, interlace the fingers, press your palms up to the sky, and exhale, press it forward, round, draw the navel in. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, round, press the palms forward. Inhale again, lifting up, long spine. Exhale, spread the hands through the aura. We'll move on to the next pose. Now, grab your blanket nearby and you can sit on the edge of the blanket, which gives you a nice anterior tilt. With the right foot, please start to bring that on top of the left ankle. Or you can start to slide the foot a little bit higher onto the left knee. With the gap underneath the right knee, you can slide maybe a can or a book or cushion. Otherwise, if you can go a bit further, step that right foot all the way through. And then you have one knee stacked over the other. So I have my right knee on top, left knee below. With a long spine, start to walk your fingers forward. Lowering the head down. So this is a shoelace pose with a forward fold. You should feel it around the hips, maybe a bit through the buttock and the lower back. Some people also feel it in the upper back region as well. Continue to breathe in whichever variation that you've chosen. And know that you don't have to come fully into this shoelace pose. You can just have one foot on top of the ankle or the knee to start with. Deepen the breath. Exhaling, feeling the weight of the body. Feeling the sensations of the pose. You can start to deepen the breath a little bit more. And as you exhale, walking your hands slowly back towards the body. And eventually lengthening your spine again, massaging your feet with the hands. And we'll switch. But first, bend the knees. Let the knees drop down side to side like a windshield wipe. Just releasing out the sides. And now we'll bring our left foot on top. You can either bring that over the ankle, all the way towards the top of the right knee, or you can slide it all the way over, stacking the left knee on top of the right knee, shoelace pose. With a long spine, take a deep breath in. And then start to walk your hands forward. Slowly, inch by inch, taking your time, feeling the sensation in the lower body. Stop when you need to. Listen to your body. And when you find that juicy spot for you, let the head drop. Let the head be heavy. And then slowly allow the body to feel a little bit heavy as well. And as you breathe, realize that with the breath, you are releasing and hydrating all the fascia around the hip area and also around the legs. And when our fascia is more hydrated, it allows more connectivity between our energy channels and our circulation through the body that enables more healing and opening for our body. Soften the face. Notice if you're clenching your jaw. Release a little sigh. It's time now to slowly rise. Massage your feet. Notice if there's any difference between each side. Use your hands to help your knees come out of the pose. Shake it out. Shake out your legs. And come into the next pose now. Keeping the blanket with you, we'll slide the blanket under our right knee. And we'll step our left foot forward into a lunge. Now you may need to step a little bit more wider or further. You don't have to step like my lunge. Go with what feels right for your body. I'm going to lift my back toes off the mat. Try your best to point the toes. Now bring your left arm forward, swing it back. And then really spread those fingers. Reach the arm all the way back. Try to lift the back toes, point them towards the ceiling if you can, keeping that arm strong. You can stay in this pose. Alternatively, use that left hand to grab on hold to the foot. Let your pelvis sink down a little bit And then draw the foot towards your buttock. Maybe you even want to step that front foot a little bit more further. With the right hand down, spin the chest open. Feel all that space through the chest center, the heart center. Maybe even now, roll out to the outer blade of your left foot. So it's your front foot. If you're able to, that will open up the hip a little bit more. Continue to draw that right foot towards your body. Slowly releasing the pose. Very slowly. And then walk the left foot over to the right side. Let that left knee drop down. And then slide the back leg all the way. Coming to a pigeon. Or in yin class, they often call this the swan pose. I've tucked the blanket under my left hip. Lift yourself high. And then start to walk yourself down. Now this pigeon or swan pose is a more activated version. I'm coming down onto my forehead. So it is that line space, just where your hairline meets the forehead. So not coming all the way down and lying on our cheek. It is still slightly activated. You're welcome to come high onto your fingertips, creating a dent. Or like me, you can be on your elbows. Breathe deeply into the back body. And then exhale. You can release a little bit more now. Maybe find a bit more comfort into the pigeon pose. Start to deepen your breath now. Exhaling, coming back onto your hands, slowly walking them back towards the body. And lean over to your left side. Just swing your right leg forward, bending your knees, feet together, and then give yourself a little hug, a little reset. Continue to focus the breath, filtering through all the way to the back of the body. And then coming up, let's switch sides. So we're going to place the blanket now under our left knee. And stepping a right foot forward. Coming onto fingertips, open through the chest. And then bring the back toes to the ceiling, right arm forward. Sweep the right arm behind you. Spread the fingers, strong arms. Keep the back left toes pointing up, staying here for one variation. Then you can choose to stay here or grab on hold to the foot if you're able to. Draw that foot towards your buttock. And you can see that with my right foot, I'm also leaning to the outer blade of that foot, which opens up the hip capacity a lot more. If you can't do that, you are welcome to take that option as well. And then spin the chest open towards the right. Soften your gaze. This pose is great for the glutes, the quads, your hip. Giving also a nice gentle twist through the intestines, your stomach. And slowly releasing. Release the hands down. Now walk the right foot over to the left edge of the mat. Let that right knee drop down. Slide the left leg all the way back, placing the blanket under your right hip, finding level through the hip, and then let your forehead come down to the mat. I've tented my fingers here, so you can follow this as a more activated pigeon or swan pose. Alternatively, you can let the elbows come down to the mat. As you settle here, breathe deeply. And with the exhale, let the hip, let the lower body soften. Now start to deepen the breath, coming back onto your fingertips, exhaling out the mouth, pressing yourself up, walking your hands back, feeling the effects of the pose, staying here for another round of breath, and then rolling over onto your right hip, swinging the back leg forward. Give it a bit of a shake. Again, bend the knees, round forward, give yourself a hug to reset. This could feel very supportive for you, as well as nourishing. A quiet moment of introspection. Okay, it's time to lift back up. Place the blanket onto the side. You'll start to roll yourself down onto the mat. So make sure your whole spine, your back is comfortable on the mat. Place the soles of the feet together and then let the knees drop out to the side like a butterfly shape. Supta Baddha Konasana. It's also known as the reclined angle-bound pose. Press through the feet, start to lift that pelvis up. That's it. Good, and exhale, slowly let that pelvis come down. You can focus on the sacrum as well. So just lifting up a tiny inch and then exhaling, lowering down. Lifting up, press through the edge of the feet, lowering down, feeling your sacrum. Taking your time. Really feeling the sacrum connect down to the mat. Extend the legs out. And now draw the right knee into the chest. Keeping that left leg extended. To create a bit more intensity, you can grab your blanket again and just roll it like a burrito. And then tuck that under your sacrum, almost like a supported bridge. And come back to the shape. Left leg extended, right knee into the chest. And soften your jaw. Feel the length through the back of your neck. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the right leg down. Extend your elbows all the way up behind you. Realign through the spine. Stretch through the body. And then we'll switch sides. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Feeling the extension of that right leg. Letting the back of the shoulder blades melt into the mat. Soften the elbows. Again, soften the jaw, the forehead. Inhale, exhale, extend that leg all the way back down. Lifting and then removing the blanket from underneath. We've made it to the final pose in the practice, Shavasana. It's time to open up your blanket, keep yourself warm. And lie yourself down. Allow the back of the head to be comfortable. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that over the eyes. You can let the feet flop out to the sides. Hands can be on your belly. Start to take deep breaths. Inhale. Hands move from the lower belly to the lower ribs. Moving the hands to the chest. Feel the breath rise and exhale all the way down, softening through the belly. And again, inhale. Hands to lower rib, to chest. Feel the heart expand. Exhale. Feel all the breath release. Hand goes back down. Inhale, hand, slide up all the way to the chest. Exhaling. And just let your natural rhythm of breath guide you through a moment of deep rest. And now start to deepen your breath. Exhaling, draw the navel down to the mat. Reach the arms overhead for a stretch, movements through the fingers and the toes. Start to draw the knees into the chest. And rolling yourself onto one side. And when you're ready, you can start to press yourself up very slowly. You can keep the eyes closed. Come up to a comfortable seat. And as you arrive, feel the effects of the practice flow through the body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, hands on your heart space. And exhale, let your whole body relax. Rubbing the palms, place your palms together at heart center, bowing the head. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.